Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Notmasterprime. Do you miss me? Cause I do. Cause I do miss you. That was a bit cringy. My apologies, but yeah, I am back. You might see some few differences between the last time we saw each other. Um, got a new chair, aka I bought the same chair. Only I got like two pillows behind me now, so I'm uh I'm pretty comfortable right now, and I've been mostly going to work, doing important things, most important stuff. Just got back celebrating the 4th of July and all that stuff. Visiting family, all that shenanigans. Yeah, yeah, usual stuff. So, Masters Duel got an update, and just want to show some few clips. That's all I want to do, cause I'm not live streaming this week. I will inform you what day or time I'm going to live stream. If you're really interested in those things, please follow my Instagram at Notmasterprime, same as the channel. Go ahead, take a look, follow me, and DM me that I'm one of your subscribers. And I'll give you a thumbs up. But yeah, just because I haven't been recording or editing videos lately, I didn't stop playing Master Duel. So as you can see, I am now at Diamond 5. Well, because of this beautiful deck that I have right here. And yes, I did use this deck for the 2024 qualifier. I will rename it back to Elder Ring, because apparently people are just calling because apparently the deck mixed with runics and generator bosses, it guess that equals to Elder Ring. All right, I guess the deck is Elder Ring, but I did a few adjustments to this deck. For example, I slap in some few Armor XC support cards, because, well, the deck can do it. It's just, all you need to do is just activate XCs and Trust, and you can just do all those friggin' combos right there. But you're mostly focusing on either bringing out all your bosses or activating your runic cards. That's literally what the deck does. But the spiciest card in this deck, most of all, is full armor XCs. Believe me, guys, if you guys either, I don't know, special summon Leviathan with the effect of Valva, or you just left Jormungandr in the field, this thing can immediately XC summon. You can literally immediately XC summon a monster. You could go for, well, if you didn't summon Leviathan, you can go for Leviathan. And if you got like 5 bosses on your field with different names, your opponent's cooked. Because once this thing is triggered with no negate, Jormungandr will summon itself and absorb 5 cards either from the field or the grave. So these two are a devious combo. So you gotta be careful for that. And when we run the zoos, because, well, if this thing has like 7 material, you bet your sweet beepy I'm gonna slap a Zeus on that thing. And of course, the Utopia Future pack. I'm sorry, I thought I heard a noise from the door over there. Yeah, simple stuff. Like if you make two of these. Just slap yourself some Utopic Future, or you ran out, or if you ran out of materials, you could just slap that thing for the Utopic Future. Simple as that. And then I run the 3 mainly full armor cards: Torpedo, Fortress, and Dark Knight Lancer. Because, well, Dark Knight Lancer is pretty much the second card I use for Jormungandr. So let's say if somehow you got Fortress and Leviathan at the same time. Once Leviathan is triggered, you get Jormungandr. Again, if let's say 3 or 2, you absorb 3, and then you trigger Full Armor Xyz. When you change Full Armor Xyz to Fortress, then you go for Dark Knight Lancer. And the best part is, if you got like these 2 equipped to Lancer, it absorbs something else. Like mostly, these 2 can absorb cards, because that's what this deck is mostly about. The extra deck, all those extra deck monsters right here, their only reason to be there is to absorb the opponent's cards. Nothing else. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Absorb those cards. Alright. And you're wondering why I have Gimmick Puppet Giant Hunter. To be honest, the rank 9 lineup of the rank 9 cards are kind of pretty. Either it requires a lot of materials, or it's not never been used, or something like that. But good news is Typhon is in the game. So once I get CPUR at 30, I'm going to kick this one out and slap a Typhon in there, because, well, why not? Dare I say why not? Because at least it'll give my Armor Xyz it's gonna make a live trigger. So why not? And maybe put in like more generator boss fights, but I think 1 is enough. But overall, I think this deck is just coming real well. All right, so enough. That being said, let's show you some few replays, and yeah, if you've never seen this channel before, make sure you give it a like, comment down before, and ask me what kind of decks, what kind of archetype you're gonna play this season. I'm trying to aim for. Well, I'm trying to build a snake deck, because let's face it, like, I never seen a Yu-Gi-Oh player play a single reptile monster, specifically snakes, not those like other reptiles. I'm just building legit snakes, and after that, maybe Yubel, because I think I can combo Yubel with the generators, but that has gonna be for another video. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to the replays. Alrighty. Okay, now our first replay is going to be against our player Surrender. I bet he just named that because your opponent's gonna do that more often, but you know what? Let the replay show it. All right, what we got here is I start with Planet Pathfinder. Get ourselves a boss stage. Activate the boss stage. Get yourself an Xyz and Trust. Set to pass. Simple. Was that a good opener? Probably not, but it was his turn, and I just summoned Lopter and got myself my 4 tokens. And that right there, he summoned Kashtira. So I know what he was about to do. He's gonna XC summon. So obviously, I got myself Douglas, the generator boss of iron. So if he summons more than one Kashtira, I'm gonna trigger his effect and bring out the 2 ladies on my hand. But yeah, I triggered infinite impermanence on the unicorn because I know when he's summoned, he gets to add a Kashtira card. But he says when this card is declared, so he's gonna banish a card. But either way, I think I negated that effect, tribute it, trigger his effect, and then I get to bring out the ladies. So activate the light boss monster's effect, get ourselves that Vala, and now our opponent is activated that continuous spell card that allows him to add some normal summon level 7s without tributing. So that's great. Just weighing all those things. And now he summoned the Fenrir. And then, right there, right after he summoned Shangri-La, I just summoned full armor Xyz. Which it means if there's an Xyz monster, even if it doesn't matter if it's my field or his field, when there's an Xyz monster, I can just immediately Xyz summon. So, the biggest blunder of all time is that the Kashtira player Xyz summoned. So, of course, I grabbed my 3 monsters and overlay for Leviathan, or I think it's Leviathan, right? I don't know. But anyways, go for Yomergander, absorb all those cards, and now the Kashtira player is having a hard time. Unfortunately, I activated Ash Blossom on the Macrocosmos, which that was kind of dumb. But luckily, I activated the effect of Yomergander to get me some few materials, because I needed them anyways. So, took out the call by, didn't really need it. So, boss stage stack triggered because he draw a card. And of course, the Kashtira player is banishing my materials because they don't like me. They don't like me to play the game. And hey, I don't blame them. Plus, it doesn't even matter because at this point, I have game. Now I summon her, the boss of storms, overlaid again. Get myself that fleet, banish that Rise Heart because nobody likes that card, that's for sure. Overlay my Xyz monsters to get Utopic Future, and then stack that future to Utopic Draco Future. After that, future attacks, and then Yomergander attacks, and full armor Xyz comes in, equip that stuff in, and then he takes a 7,000 damage of a Yomergander armored equipped to a Utopic Future. And that was the game. Yep. I just said that was a pretty good opener right there. So let's try, let's try this guy right here. I'm going to avoid those last 3 there because, first of all, this is one of my coworkers, so I don't know if he's okay me showing replays, but I'm just gonna ask for permission first before I do all those things. So, this is a Blue Eyes player, and unfortunately, this guy is playing a 60 card deck Blue Eyes. I don't know what to feel about that, but I don't think you should. Nobody should play 60 cards on Blue Eyes. That's just my opinion, of course, but maybe he's a new player. Maybe you just didn't get used to that. Me personally, I would never play Blue Eyes. The lowest I could go is like either 50 cards. 60 is too much. 45 or 40 or 45. That should be a normal amount of cards. 60 is too much. You can't do that's. You're gonna brick really hard if you got this down there. But then again, it's Blue Eyes, so you're gonna brick regardless. So, all right, let's continue on with the replay. So, surprise, surprise, summons Blue Eyes, sets another card on now, face down, ends his turn. I draw, activate Runic Tip, get me that fountain, banish that spell, activate Runic Destruction, pop that card, banish 4, trigger the effects, turn 2, draw 2, special the horse, activate the curse to draw me 2 cards, set 1, and pass my turn. And I told myself just take the damage from Blue Eyes because really, at this point, I have game. Literally, I have game. So, banish few cards, trigger the effect, draw 2. There we go. Activate boss fight. Get yourselves a boss stage. Draw. In its effect, since he drove, I get a free monster. And now I still summon monsters there. And now I summon 2 more level 9 monsters. And first I get a free draw. Guess what happens? 4 material Leviathan. Absorb, Yobergander, and just absorb literally everything on the field. Get a Lopter, get Pot of Avarice. By the way, Pot of Avarice is a very good card in this deck because you are using so much materials. Like I don't know why you never use Pot of Avarice because this card is like literally refreshing. Not only it just restarts all your cards back to your deck. Like you think, so it's basically it's like another thing about Fountain. Like Fountain restarts your spells. Avarice returns all your monsters. So I think that is beautiful right there. Return back there. Summon her. And you'll see why. We draw a card. And yes, I did absorb Pot Avarice because the effect still goes through. And now our opponent sends back. And now we end our turn because we activated some runic cards. So we got no choice. But it doesn't matter because our board is physically strong. And we ended off with Ash Blossom Joys of Springs. And, well, our opponent surrendered because, well, I guess he didn't have anything good to defend himself with this unstoppable board that is degenerate. My apologies. I meant the Elden Ring deck. So, we got two more replays right here. So, let's go for this one. And yes, these are public. If you see them, hope they get clicked by those YouTube those YouTube videos and then I do those master clips highlights. That'll be just great. So here we go, another Kashtira player, and it comes with birth. So summons unicorn, all that shenanigans, all you know, just Kashtira stuff. Just doing all that Kashtira stuff. Summon Shangri-La, and ends his turn. He activates his effect. However, I'm going to negate it with Runic. So banish that. That plus his Rise Heart. So I'm good. And then I drew good. Of course, he had to banish all my cards face down because, well, again, doesn't like it, but it doesn't matter. I think I have game already. Then I chained it with World Legacy Monstrosity, getting myself 2 more level 9 monsters from my deck that are different attributes than the target. Activate the Fairy's effect. Get ourselves a boss stage. Xyz all 3 of them for Leviathan. Activate his effect. And absorb everything. Now we'll trigger his effect. Draw a card. 4,000. Activate another boss stage. And then he surrendered. And yes, I love this deck because I can punish Kashtira players. Even though the people I know play Kashtira players, but I really try not to, you know, go full out there, because if those Kashtira players that I don't know, they can have every single BS I can throw out to them. But the people who I know, okay, I'm not an animal, all right? I'll give you some homie drops, but if we're playing rank, nah, son, you're getting 10 up across the ass. All right, let's just do the final replay, and I think I'm going to call it out for today. And this time, it was Ubel. Yup, I was playing a Ubel player. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna be playing with those type of players a lot, but this is probably the first time playing against a Ubel deck. So, gone through the Phantom Fortress, take out 1 card down, and it was straight up Ubel Terra Incarnate. Got ourselves Lopter, grab ourselves our tokens, simple as that. And then he's going for Nightmare Pain, trigger some cards. Got me a Hela. Trigger Hela's effect. And then bring out the castle. Because why not? And then he summons Samsara Lotus. And of course, I was going to banish it, so he changed Super Poly. So he grabbed Hela and got a Mud Dragon. And then I chained his call by, and then he surrendered. Yeah. Yep, those were the replays. However, I'll be fair, and I'll end it off here as I'll end it off with a 1-4 I lost. Now it's cool that that I win the deck more often, but keep in mind, Elden Ring can brick. It can brick really hard, or better yet, like, if you don't go first with this deck, you might be cooked. So, this is I'm gonna speed this one up because I don't care about this one. This one is a sprite deck. Ironically, I also have a sprite deck, but mine can do a lot more than this. So it's basically a traditional sprite deck. It's going for the IP and all that shenanigans. So clearly, he has a good board. Got milk feast and all that stuff. Unfortunately, I got a lot of quick plays, and this guy has a lot of negates. Yeah, not the cards I was getting for. Honestly, I would get a better hand, but I didn't. So this is what I get. And of course, he got Sprite Smasher, so that was destroyed. And then he went all out to Espiola Knight, and then just literally crippled my entire strategy. So you got another Sprite Elf. By the way, why is this thing still at 3? I know I like that card too, but at least I get the reason why this thing should be at 1. Yeah, and all that comboing. Although it's kind of weird that he's using frogs, because I feel like there's more other level 2s that could also summon better things. But hey, I'm not even gonna bother. So I drew. Unfortunately, Valor was drawn. Kara was there, and well, I surrendered. Yeah, that was it. Well, that was it for the deck, and overall, I feel like this deck has come a long way. First it was a mixture of generator plus morphages. Then that stuff was taken out. Then I mixed it with a few runic cards, because the only reason why, because Splitnir was announced. So slowly but surely the morphage cards had to go out, and then now the runic cards came in and just put half of that stuff there. And after that, I feel like, and after seeing the Armor Xyz cards, like, okay, maybe I can like cook up some few combos with that stuff. And this is the deck where I got. Now this deck can pretty much negate everything, absorb everything, boost itself like to 7,000 or 800. Basically, it can OTK, negate some few stuffs, and just does it without any chances. And yeah, one time it did decked out a tier limit player, but I think I deleted that clip. I apologize. I should have recorded that, but hey, these are things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. You can't save your recordings infinitely, which that sucks. But anyways, what do you guys think? Is this deck's gonna go well? Am I going to reach Diamond 1 on this deck, or better yet, Master 1 on this deck? Let me know in the comments below. But I guess I'll leave you guys alone for today. Take care. Have a nice day. And I'm out.